Hey, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here, Sagittarius. Let's get you some messages here. Sagittarius, thank you so much for your generosity, all your likes, your comments, and of course, all of your subscriptions, guys. Thank you so much. Sagittarius, if you notice any paint in my hair, don't pay attention to it. I've been painting a bedroom ceiling. So, Sagittarius, I didn't think you were serious about me. You were too carefree. They were too narcissistic and too selfish to realize that their actions hurt you. Maybe they were a little too carefree for you. I don't know. Narcissism is here, Sagittarius. You allowed me to get away with so much I felt I didn't do anything wrong. You never said anything before. I was overwhelmed by the intensity of my feelings. It was easier to run away. Careless. I didn't see your worth until it was too late, and you didn't deserve that. Will you forgive me? They're wondering if you would forgive them. They have a strong opinion that you let them get away with it and you didn't say anything. Well, you're not their babysitter. Okay, number one, you're not their babysitter. These are grown-ass adults. What do they want, to be lectured? Seriously. They were immature and they were stubborn and set in their ways. I ran because I couldn't have it my way. I told you. It's like throwing a temper tantrum. It is an adult temper tantrum. I didn't get my way. You didn't lecture me. You didn't, scold me and scorn me. So, they feared they weren't in control. They're not used to it, Sag. I didn't feel challenged. I've insecurity. I felt that you were out of my league and I didn't meet your standards, so I didn't bother to try to avoid disappointment. I got distracted by someone else and they were dating. They're saying I'm sorry. I ghosted you because I wanted to teach you a lesson. I'm in control. This person is immature. They really are. It's like I said, it's like a little child wanting you to be their mother or their father, scorning them. And if you didn't get after them, then they didn't feel challenged. It's really difficult to compromise with you. You said some things that really hurt me, so at some point you scorned them. I felt you wouldn't let me end the relationship, so I ghosted you. I'm focusing in on my work at the moment. I don't have time for anything else. Insecure. I thought you were involved with someone else. That's because you probably turned into the Queen of Swords on them. Like for real, or the King of Swords on them. They were acting immature. It's like they wanted your scolding. They wanted you to tell them what they were doing wrong. They wanted you to tell them. They didn't feel challenged by you. It's like they were egging you on to, maybe they were picking fights with you, Sagittarius, and you're just like, F off. Basically, I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. I want an adult in this relationship. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. And I'm not going to waste my time scolding a grown adult. Your guides intervene to protect you from this person. trust this ending and let it go for now, because they got a lot of growing up to do. Sagittarius, it's point blank. They could have tried to make you feel insecure, Sagittarius. They could have tried to make you feel like you weren't good enough, that you weren't worthy. They were playing mind games with you. It's like they said they didn't feel challenged by you. But in that sense of the word, this challenge, I didn't feel challenged by you. It's because you weren't parenting them. They wanted a parent. Obviously, it's here. You know, getting after them and giving them shit for everything. And knowing Sagittarius, as well as I know Sagittarians, you had the final straw with this person. When you were done, you were just done. You know, you may have said a few things to them. If they didn't listen, you didn't pursue it. What is the sense of chasing after somebody and pursuing somebody to get a point across when they're acting like a child? Like, you couldn't have a grown ass adult conversation with this person. Let's see. Oh, maybe you outshined them, Sagittarius. They had a conflict with this. So either they act privileged or they thought that you were. You know what I mean? It's like this person thought of you, even though they thought you were out of reach, Sag. That they couldn't compromise with you somehow. Well, let's find out more details about this, Sagittarius, because it's looking like you may have felt this is too many differences. It's like you might have felt like a, a visitor, or that this person was a visitor. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sag, it's almost like they wanted conflict with you. It's like they wanted conflict with you because it challenged them. Conflicts challenged this person. Okay, so let's find out with the tarot here what's going on. And they could have felt like they didn't see your value, they didn't see your shine, they didn't see your worth. Let's go. They're spying on you. And so they were conflicted. Look, they did not see your value. They did not see your worth. Look, they didn't. They didn't see you shine. They never saw you shine, Sag. This is High Priestess shining with the Queen of Pentacles. They didn't see your shine. They didn't see your value. They didn't. They did not. Look. They thought that they could not compromise with you because you didn't say anything, Sagittarius. Maybe you let them do certain things and didn't say anything about it. But that's their opinion. There's two sides to every story. So, Sagittarius, you may have already told this person. You may have already tried to talk to this person. You may have already said it. You might have said it like 50 times. And so they were clowning around. They're immature. And they regret it. They thought that you were involved with someone else. Maybe because you didn't say anything, Sag. Maybe because you went cold on them. Maybe you reached a point where you said, well, what's the point of telling them because I already told them 20 times? What is the point of harassing someone or haranguing someone for an answer or a conversation? They don't know, Sagittarius. Look, they did not see you shine, and they were too damn stubborn. They're saying I'm stubborn and set in my ways because I could not have my way. I fear not being in control. That's what they're saying. They're stubborn and set in their ways, and they ran from you because they feared they were losing control. So they're the ones that went cold. They were afraid of losing control. Because you didn't say something to them. Oh, come on. They're just focusing in on work, they're saying. Yeah. It's just like, oh, come on. I told you they were immature. They didn't get their way with you. So on one hand, they're saying, like, they can't compromise with you because they were stubborn and set in their ways. So who's the problem here? Sag, it showed you patient. It showed you dedicated. It showed you committed. It showed you independent. And they're stubborn and set in their ways. And they feared losing control. They like being in control. And they feared losing that. Yes, it's immature. Yes, it's a narcissistic trait. Sag, it's immature. But it's almost as like they feared, they wanted to be the one in control. And there was conflicts here. There was. It is. See, you were shining, Sagittarius. You could have been in the spotlight, or they felt like you were getting attention from someone else. This pissed them off. Yeah, they got a jealous streak in them. They thought you were in a connection or dealing with someone else because you didn't baby them, because you didn't stroke their ego, because whatever reason that they had to believe that. It's like you didn't challenge them because you loved them, okay? Because you were showing this amount of love toward them, they did not find that challenging. They wanted a challenge. Oh my God. That's the truth. So it's like they crossed the line with you, Sagittarius, and maybe you started focusing more on yourself. Oh, this is. They were acting arrogant, selfish. They were. It's your shine, Sagittarius. So they started dating someone else, or they thought that you were dating someone else. And it was too late. By the time it was done, it was too late, they're saying. Like, they didn't see your worth. They didn't see your value. Because they were too busy focusing in on themselves and being in the limelight. Sag, this person always had to be in the limelight. And it was too late. You walked away. They thought because you walked away or they walked away from you that you were dating someone else. And that's just the way it is. Like I said, they turned you into the Queen of Swords. Now, you had already spoken your mind, Sag. You had already said everything you had to say. This person has selective memory because you did speak your mind, Sag. But maybe you said it in a loving way. And it's like not a challenge. Till you finally had enough and you Queen of Swords their ass. I'm telling you, you're the Empress. Hello. Oh, you want a challenge? I'll give you a challenge, Sag says. I'll focus in on me. And then they're fucking sitting here crying the blues, feeling like the victim. Oh, I'm so lonely. I'm so depressed. Bullshit. You know what? They thought that they were the cat's ass. They did. They thought they were better than you, Sagittarius. This person has narcissistic tendencies. They wanted you to feel insecure, Sag. This has come out before, many times in your reads. They wanted you to feel insecure. And then when they get what they wish for, then they wish for more. You know, they enjoyed playing mind games with you, Sagittarius, to see how far they could push you, what you will put up with, what you won't put up with. You tried being the nice guy or the nice gal, but nice does not work with this person. Nope. So you Queen of Swords them. Then they listened. But by then it was too late. There's, as I said, you didn't stroke their ego. And they're used to it. Will you forgive me? That's what they're worried about. Worried that you're going to judge them. Maybe it's like, ooh, you didn't chase, Sag. You didn't chase them. This person is codependent, or they thought that you were going to be codependent. And they didn't realize who you were. That is the bottom line. They didn't know your value until it was too late. And now they're worried, will you forgive me? I'm wondering if you'll forgive me. They wanted you to chase, and you didn't. They were thinking you were codependent on them, that you would get so lonely that you would chase them. So they tried to make you insecure, Sag. They didn't want you to shine. They didn't want you to see your value. And by the time you got fed up with this person, you were fed up with this person. Because you did try to talk to them. But you did it in a loving fashion, a patient fashion. And they weren't used to that. You messed with their mind when you did that, Sag. They're used to people freaking out, I guess, and having an unhealthy relationship of going back and forth, and they wanted to be the one. They were playing mind games with you to the point where you would say something and then they would blame you for what you said. So maybe you just stop saying it. You had enough. You simply had enough of their immature ways. So like I said, you could have raised your own kids, and you weren't about to treat a grown-ass man or woman as a child. Like, you have a responsible adult conversation or you don't. I'm not chasing your ass. Whether you're the masculine or the feminine here, it does not matter. It's the energy of it, guys. And it's like, this person is saying you didn't say anything about it before, so they thought it was going to be okay. That is a freaking excuse. It's an excuse to get away with what they were getting away with. No accountability. Putting all the blame and emphasis onto Sagittarius, instead of having a mature, intellectual conversation. It's like, yeah. Like, say they did something that offended you. And you would probably go to them and you would say something like responsible. Like, I really don't like how you made me feel when you did that. They took it as a joke. It's not that you didn't say it, Sag. It's when you said it, they didn't take you serious. Until you finally got dead serious. I've had enough. That's the final straw that broke the camel's back. They pushed you to your limitations. They pushed beyond your limitations. Like, how many times you got to say the same thing? I couldn't do it. That's the point that I got to. Like, you're not, this is like taking care of another kid. When you tell your kids, no more cookies. You say it, no more cookies. You might have said it, well, now, I don't think you should have any more cookies. I've been thinking about it now. I really don't think you should have any more cookies. They did not take you serious. You had to enforce the boundaries. They pushed you to your limit till you had to set the ground rules. Look, you've crossed the line with me. I don't like how you're treating me. I don't like this. I don't like that. Now I'm done. Okay? I'm finished. I'm done. I've told you. There's an old saying, I've told you once, I've told you twice, so I shouldn't have to tell you. What were you? And then if you had nagged this person, then you would have changed, they would have changed you, Sag. You would have become a different human being with this person. Like, they would have changed you in turning you into something that you were not. You didn't want to be a nagger, you know? This person is like, why should you have to nag somebody? It's like, well, you didn't say anything, so you can't think for yourself? What up? They were working at changing you, Sag. You were becoming a different human being than you were meant to be, that you are. It's like, why the hell should I have to treat this person like a kid? Tell them what they did wrong, explain it to them what they did wrong. You know what I mean? It's like childish behavior. Sag is like, I'm freaking done. I'm just done. And when a Sag is done, a Sag is done. Like, if they had come back in, Sagittarius, and explained themselves to you, you would have talked. You would have talked. But they didn't. They ran. So what do they want forgiveness for? Let's ask that. Why does this person want forgiveness now, Spirit? Why? Why? You said some things that really hurt me. The truth. When Sag gets blunt, Sag gets blunt. Let's face it. But on one hand, see, they didn't listen when you were being the nice guy or the nice girl. They didn't listen to that. So then you come out with the sword. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's blunt, but it's to the point. You're not pulling punches by this time. You had already said it in a very loving fashion, in a very loving way, very patient with this person, until they crossed the line. Then the sword came out. Why do they want forgiveness now? Why? You said some really things that really hurt me, but what did they do to you? See, this person, what bugs me about them is they're never accountable. They're still shifting blame. They're still blaming. They're not being accountable for their actions. Like, they didn't mention in here that you'd already said it 20 or 30 times or 50 times. Why should you have to turn into a nagger, a complainer, a whiner, stress freak, worrywart to accommodate them? They were trying to change you. And don't ever forget it. This person could have said, you tried to change me, but they were trying to change you because you were becoming someone who you were not. You went from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords. But it showed you very patient, very loving, very nurturing before that point. So whatever they did triggered you to bring out the sword. And then you might have said some things that hurt them. But it was the truth. They didn't like it. They didn't like that. They could dish it out, but they couldn't take it, Sag. They had no problem dishing it out, but they couldn't take it. Why do they want the forgiveness now? Why now? Why do they want forgiveness? Because you took your power back. See, now you're the Queen of Cups again. But you're trusting your intuition. There's the apology. I think that this person was waiting for you to apologize, Sag. So now they want to make something right. But they're scared. That you got somebody new. So they didn't see your value. They didn't. And they regret it. Well, shocker. They were thinking that you have someone new. I'm telling you, they do. Without a word of a lie. Now, I don't know if this is something they're imagining. I don't know if it's... I can't stand this energy. I'm getting angry just doing the read. Why do they think you have someone new? Maybe some of you do, but most of you don't. So, are they thinking that? They're just thinking that. Oh, Christ. So it could be hearing gossip, friends of friends. Oh, I think Sagittarius has got someone new. Maybe because they got a new house. Maybe because they ramped up their life somehow. You may have gotten a new job. Might have gotten upped your finances somehow. I don't know. But they're spying. And they must be jumping to conclusions again, assuming and presuming that, oh, Sagittarius must have someone new in their life because they've acquired this, or that. Excuse me? Huh. Well, yeah, well. That's a narcissist. Yeah. It's their own crap they got going on. It is. Sag, they're worried you got another lover and you're in a commitment. See, I told you this person is still arrogant. I'm sorry, some of you have met someone new, so that portion of this read is not for you. Some of you have met someone new, and they're jealous. But Sag, for those of you who are not with anyone new, this person is jumping to conclusions, thinking that's why you've ritzed up here. You must have someone new in your life to have acquired what you've acquired. Can you believe it? They're sorry. But you said some hurtful things that hurt me. They love ya. Jesus. They're just being they were afraid of losing control. So they got all the lip service. This person still struggles with being honest. They make me mad. I'm all wound up. So I know that this person wound you up. You know what I mean? Made you worry, made you stress out all the time. Because they just cannot. They need to grow up. Their energy makes me... I can feel the anger. It's frustration. It's not anger. It's frustration. You must have got so frustrated with this person and their antics. It's like... My God. Well, and you weren't compromising anymore, so they said you were difficult to compromise. I don't see it that way at all, Sagittarius. I'm sorry, but I don't. Like, you're not going to mollycoddle this person. I'm sorry, my kids are more mature than this. I'm sorry, they are. Not going to mollycoddle them. Man, I'd have another kid first or get a puppy. You know, seriously. I ain't gonna baby no grown-ass person. I can be really loving, and I know you can too. But my child raising days are done. I'm not gonna start it again in a relationship with a grown-ass man or a woman. You know what I mean? And I know you feel the same, Sagittarius. It's like, grow the hell up. And then they start dating someone new because they're saying they thought you were dating someone new. So they were getting revenge or something like that. They wanted you to feel insecure is what's going on. They wanted you to feel insecure about yourself, probably flaunted someone new in front of your face that you would find out about so that you would be hurt. And that you would go chase their ass and you didn't do it. Now that really fucked them up. Yes, it did. It fucked them up. They were playing mind games with you. And no, you should not compromise on certain things. You should not compromise on certain things. Some things, yes, of course. But not what they wanted you to compromise on. You would have fed into their theory. You would have been just like everybody else has been to them. Instead, you shine. Good luck, Sagittarius. I'm proud of you, not backing down, standing your ground. Let them grow up a bit. Take care, Sag.